calculated that when there is a trade, it's not going very well, the auto trade will close it, and if it's necessarily, the auto trade will reverse as well. So as an example, you can see here, took a short, it didn't work, and a reverse, and still the market's still flat, but it is doing extremely well, and it is a very friendly use. And because of the data just came out, the market is up and down, and there is no direction. So what we did, we re-engaged the Nasdaq. Already hit the first 1,300 based on one contract only, and you will be also able to use it for a micro account instead, using, that's what we covered yesterday, instead using as an example 2 or 3 micro account on ES. You can use one micro account on the ES, one micro account on the YM, one micro account on the Nasdaq. So if one of those horses didn't respond that day with the trading, or there is a little volatility or something, then what you are doing, you are hedging the future. You're not just running on one horse. So it will be a brilliant idea also, staying using as an example a micro account, 2 ES or 4 ES or 3 ES. You can spread out a little bit, and then you can see also we're gonna develop going further with this, but also you can use the auto trade like what you have seen now. It took a trade, and you can follow the trade manually if you want to. And this is really something that is really good, and we will be covering a little bit, and we need to cover the as always, we on the we try to always make 10 at 10 o'clock morning. We try to make the auto trade making 1,000 between 10 11. This is a total different type of an auto trade, and we are going to activate. And now he took long trade, and also we are going to activate the ES, and here is your ES. Both of them are on 000, and this one here is 000. This is the first trade. We try to make $1,000 on the Nasdaq 7 range between 10 and 11. So you can see this is the first trade on the Nasdaq 7 range, and we will update you on this one as well. Also, we'll update you on the scalper, but we need to look at the market now. You can see this is the trade in front of you right now based on one contract, and you can see is already 150 on that trade. So it is very easy. It's not as fast as this one here. This one here is extremely fast, you know, and you can see he closed the trade on that trade in front of you. It was $212 on that trade. So this one here is extremely fast. On this one here, you can easily, if you want to, you can follow the manual trade on it. But this one here, it is it's a different type of an auto trade. Is reversing between the fibs, and one is based on a pullback re-entry. They are two totally different type of a trading, of course. And the Nasdaq has not taken any trade yet. We have it on 4 minutes for a reason, because the Nasdaq, there is a lot of movement on the Nasdaq, so we need to iron some of the volatility in the market. So once the Nasdaq take a trade, I will bring it. The ES front of you, he did the 212. The target based on one contract is $1,000. So it's 712, and now he took the second trade. Here it is, like right in front of you. And maybe if it works, then it will be done. Let's see how much on this trade will take. And what is nice about it also has the algorithm to reverse if it's necessary, and that is important. As you see here from that trade here, took a short, didn't work, he reversed it. If you look on the previous trades, he didn't reverse the trades. So this is something to do with the algorithm, and also we will update you on the dates with this one here. And the YM actually, yesterday I highlight the YM, and I showed when we did the test. I don't know if I still have the test, but when we did the test, I did, when we were doing the test, let me open it, and this is the last week performance, of course, on a test, and I did this in the webinar yesterday. In every single auto trade, sometimes one instruments can shine more than the other. Every time you come out with a new auto trade, might work on the CL better, it might work on the ES better, it might work on the Nasdaq better. When we were testing the ticks, the YM had better performance, made 17,000 based on one contract in 1 week, in 5 days. So if we compare between the YM and the Nasdaq on that auto trade, the YM is doing better job than the Nasdaq. So it doesn't matter. This trade was finished on the ES, and it is only $75. So now we have 787, and so that's okay. And he did not reverse the trade. That's okay. Also, he did not reverse the trade. The Nasdaq has not taken any trade yet. So it doesn't matter if it is the Nasdaq and or the YM, but with the 500 ticks chart on the YM, did even better than the ES and the Nasdaq. So there is good chance instead of having 2-3 micro account on an ES by itself, you can spread out your trade between YM, one micro account, one lot. If you don't have money, let's say you have $1,000 in your account, you can go YM, one lot, ES, one lot on the micro account, and Nasdaq, one lot on the micro account, and then should be fine, you know. And then you have 3 horses running in the game, than to be reliant on only one instrument, and you are hedging the market. So this is, it gives you another extra chart to hedge the future market if you want to, because nobody seems like care about the YM, but the YM has been doing it's been for a few months, it's been very stable, the YM. The Nasdaq is volatility in the Nasdaq. Sometimes we have seen on the swing trade in the Nasdaq making 20,000, 30,000 on one trade with the swing trading. Yes, but also it can be a lot of volatility as well. You know, it can be painful when the Nasdaq is not running smooth. And if you're not professional, you're not looking at the market condition, that can be also potentially dangerous for you. So once the auto trades start taking the trades, we can share with you. So let's go ahead and look at the market condition at this moment. The minute you see the market analyzer here, from 1 to 5 minutes is in the green, and the higher time frame is in the red, the 10 and the 15 and the 30 minutes in the red, indicating this market is not trending. You don't have to sit down and scratch your head and trying to find a trade, because this one here, also the buyer is equal to the seller almost, with a 6 different time frame measuring this market, indicating there is not much big difference between the buyers and the sellers. So the market is, in a way, and this is also another, because 99.9% traders lose money when they are in the chart somewhere it's not tradable, and they continue trading. When you see a bunch of lines like this, and your price is between those lines, and you say, Jesus, those are too many, the ES finished. The ES finished. Took one more trade, and it hit the $1,000 target. We started around 700. It was 700 in it, and now we took a couple of trades, and then we were busy with the charts, and it took the last trade, and it is 1,000. So what we are going to do, we are going to reload it, and then we can share if there's any trades happening. We will be sharing it with you. So if we look the condition of the ES, when you see that many lines in here, you say, how in the hell I'm gonna be trading this? What is all those new lines? This is exactly what is those lines. Those are fibs, and they can adapt to the market movement. They are not jammed in one area for the whole session, as you have seen on the cheap apps, where you see they are using the same zone for the whole 8 hours session, and that is not right, because they're not adapted to the market. He wants the market to adapt to his zone or to his fibs. That's very idiotic. This is very unprofessional. For a professional guy, when he sees somebody having the same level for 8 hours, indicating that guy is a disaster, is not a trader. Always the fibs has to adapt to the market price action. So it could be we have a resistance at this level here at the 56.37. You cannot keep hanging on that line for the rest of the day. You cannot. So the chart can recalculate and remeasure where are the high lows and low highs, and all this has to readjust those fibs to get accuracy in there. So when you see on those cheap apps that this guy is sitting for 8 hours on the same fib line, indicating he's an idiot. He's not a professional. So as we see here, the market, it is coming to the fib line, and it is this is the yellow line where we say pull back, re-entry short. As long as this market below that line, you stay on the short. You think short. You direct your auto trade short. Now, as an example, the auto trade we're going to release next week. We already did 1,000, and now we are going on the second round. And immediately now on the first round, I can see on the first trade he's struggling with it, and the reason is obvious. It's not the auto trade. The reason he's struggling with it, because this line here, 56.29. Now, if this market crossed the 56.29, then we are safe on that trade. And if we measure or we look at the 56.29, this trade is not hanging by the auto trade, and he's gonna get rid of it as soon as possible. That auto trade, he don't like it, so he's gonna get rid of it. And now, okay, on the first trade is 75, it's very fine, but he got rid of it because of this line here. There is a good potential for this market to take a dive again. So when you see too much lines, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When you see too much lines above and below the price, that means stay away from that trade. Even if you are auto trading, your auto trade cannot recalculate everything for you. No matter how much you feed algorithm in there, the auto trade has limitation what he's looking at, and it is you is managing. You are the captain on those auto trades. The auto trades is not the captain. It's just like flying airplane, and you are the captain, have to make a decision. So right now, as we see here, we have a new signal from the market analyzer buy, and we have a Nasdaq buy signal on the market analyzer. The market analyzer has their own auto trades as well. The market analyzer have 5 different automated trades, and from the signal what we got already took those trades, and this is a very enjoyable to trade with, because this one here also you can, if you want to break even, and then when the fibs, the auto trade readjusting your trailing stop, if you want to, you're by the fibs. So there is always, you can do whatever you want with it, and then your auto trade will correct it by himself. The auto trade will correct your trailing stop by itself. So this is something very enjoyable, and it's coming from the signal on the market analyzer. And as you see, with those kind of auto trades, all what you need to do, catch one trade. On the market analyzer, it is based on one contract. If we look at the ES is 33 ticks. If we look at the ES, here is 33 ticks from the signal, $387 for one contract, and we have 2 contracts here, and it is 700, as you see. Also, when you are, let's say you want to break even, secure yourself, and you want to break even, and you forget about it, and then the auto trade, you can see itself readjust your trailing stop to the fib line by itself. It's automatic. So this is something you need to, this is the second trade on the ES with this new auto trade, and it is a buy signal, and as we see, it is going to the right direction, and he closed it. So 2 trades, $250, and this one here is going to be released next Monday for our traders. So this is really good. From the signals we have from the market analyzer, we are climbing to the fib line on the Nasdaq, and this is very clear picture. That's all what we need, actually. If you are auto trading and you want to see the technical side, this is very good, a technical chart. And as we see here, the target is 56. This is coming from the market analyzer, estimated every target by itself, So the ES is estimate at 56.54, and for the Nasdaq is right below the fib line at 19,919. Now, if you see, if the market is trending, the auto trade by itself is going to extend the target by itself. So if we watch it, if the market is really trending, the auto trade will extend it. And if it's not trending very well, he will stay on the same number. If we watch it, you can see it yourself. And if you notice here on the Nasdaq, the trailing stop has readjusted itself, and now we are about to hit the target. And if the ES is trending, there is a strong trend, is going to go ahead and hit. This is the third trade on the ES. We had two trades, 250, and now we are coming to the third trade right there on that new auto trade, and it is based on one contract. And we can watch on this one here, when it comes into the target, if there is a strong trend, the target will move, will play cat and mouse with the price. Watch it. If the ES climb into the 56.64, we will be playing cat and mouse with the target. You can try to grab more ticks to your favor. So let's look if it comes in. Can you see how the auto trade jump couple ticks above the target, and now it is 56.46. He added a few ticks by itself. Can you see now the target is extended, is doing your job, is extending the target because it's in your favor. And those signals came out a few minutes ago, and we called those trades for you. And if you want to, you can use the buttons on the top and take your profit. You can close position. And what is nice about it, you don't want to close position. You want to secure some of your profit. So what you do, you hide, always hide behind the fib. And you hide behind the fib like this. And then the market, the auto trade will readjust your trailing stop automatically. And if we notice now on the scalper, we finished the third trade. We did the first round, it was 1,300, and we took three trade, 1, 2, 3, and we are 475 on that trades. So look, and now is extending the target, but not on the Nasdaq. You see, not on the Nasdaq. On the ES is extending the target, but not on the Nasdaq. Is staying. Now you come into the fib line at 56.47 on the ES. So let's say, I mean, we call those trades right in front of you here, and it is obvious you need to cash in right there. It is obvious you need to close the trade right there. Why? Because there is a fib and there is a reversal, and the pullback is coming to this line, the support area at 56.36. 56 is right there. It's right there. And you can add those reversal on the white chart as well, and you can gives you the indication. So if we look at the ES, look at the accuracy on the fib, that is 56.47 and came in right on top of it. And now if we look to the chart here on the 1 minute, is firing a reversal one after the other, indicating there is exhaustion in the trend, indicating there is exhaustion in the trend. This will give a plenty of time for the trader to evaluate or take one of the trades out and leave one as a runner if he wants to, or if he wants to, he can go ahead and cash in, or he can move the trailing stop closer to the market price. And this is really, there is enough time for him to do this, especially with an ES. So the pullback, as we see here, is coming reversal, and is coming to the support area 56.36. the buyers are way over the sellers, but there is some weakness on the higher time frame. There are some weakness on the higher time frame. So let's see if there's anything going to happen here. Always try to hide your trailing stop. Don't use those dummy trailing stops, 5 ticks and 10 ticks. Sometimes you can catch a trend and you can stay forever with it. Always hide your trailing stop behind the fib line. If the market come back to the trailing stop where you have your trailing stop or where you have your stop loss, you have a wall between you and the price. You have a wall. And as you see here, we're hiding behind the fib line. We're hiding behind a support area. If the market going to break the support area, there is no use to cry over spoiled milk. It's finished. So as you see, the market is hanging in there. It's okay. We already secure some of our profit and we leave it alone. Now, if you don't want it, you want to get maximum profit out of it right now as we speak, you can go on the top, push this button, close position, and get it over with. We have a losing trade on the new Autotrade. We had 1, 2, 3 winning trades and 1 losing trade. So you have to see the good and the bad. So we have 1 losing trade on the ES. You can see the market is sitting between the resistance and the support. It's get caught in this channel between a resistance and a support. You have a re-entry point at 56.29. It's all the way down here, a re-entry. So be careful. You do not have short and you don't have long. In this position here, you don't have long and you don't have short. You need to sit on the side. Despite your auto trade is taking a trade, in this area here is a very high risk entry in here because the ES is hanging in the air and not able to break this resistance 56.47, and he's not gonna go down at this. Even if he break the support 56.37, he's going to stop at 56.29. So there is no short. So this is what the ES is trying to. Can you see how the auto trade extending the targets automatically? On the Nasdaq, not much, but on the ES, yes, it's an extending the target automatically. We've been busy. I forgot the Nasdaq 7 range. We'll do it again. Already finished. We'll do it again. Okay, 000. We'll try again. And it's taking a long trade on the first trade. And the first trade, here it is. Okay, it's $15. So I forgot all about the Nasdaq. I'm busy with the other auto trades. Now the ES is trying one more time to hit the 56.47 and break that area here. So let's watch and see. And you say, okay, what is all this lines here? This lines here, you should not be trading, you should not be auto trading in this area here. A lot of people don't recognize this. On any given chart, there is above and below the turbulence, always. It's like you're flying an airplane. And you either go flying above the turbulence, or you need to go short below the turbulence. That's how it works. Okay, this is our second trade on this auto trade, and we already hit 2 times, but we're gonna redo one more time on the reversal fibs. This is the Nasdaq. Okay, so now we are 225 on that one here. We put it on the side. And those signals we gave you this morning, here they are. And we are at 50. We need to cross this resistance. And look, the Nasdaq stayed on the same level, did not move like what happened to the ES. The ES extended the target, on the Nasdaq stayed on the same number. So the Nasdaq on the 7 range to let's see if he's gonna break it. The ES is trying to break that line. Let's see if he's going to do this. So we're still suffering with that resistance line right there. The market start getting stronger, indicating it's going to cross it. If we look at the Nasdaq, we can determine, and we can see the Nasdaq is coming to hit this target immediately. And whoever follow us on the Nasdaq, he already hit a couple of 3,000 on this one. Well, extended the target to 19,930. Keep your eye on the ES. ES is very important. If we are crossing this line, and the new scalper we have already took that trade, and it is going on the 4th trade. We have 3 winning trade, 1 losing trade. And like in those cases here, if you want to, we can see If he's still struggling, close position. Take a little profit. Close if you got scared. So it doesn't matter. Close it. It's gonna take another trade, and probably you will have a better position. Okay, took another trade by himself, long. So if you see something nice and you want to take a profit, you can close the position and pause it. So it will not take any more trades. You can do that. So let's see if this ES able to penetrate that resistance. It's been suffering with it. Also, you need to see here there is some different system. If you look here at the bottom, there's another system is telling you to go long. Those are from the zone. It's telling you to go long. It's the same story is coming here. It says long. So if you follow those signal here, and now we got the sell signal. So that is a total different system calculating the market for you. So when you are auto trading and you see the sell, even if it fell, the first one, the second one is not going to fail. So there is enough information, different system on the chart to help you making decision if you need to stay on that trade or maximize your profit. The trick is how to maximize your profit, and that it is, we still on that trade on the ES. We're not finished with it, and it is a struggling trade on the ES because of the fib line, not because of an auto trade, but we still fuzzling with that same trade on the scalper. For the Nasdaq, we are also going in a circle. We only have 260 on the Nasdaq. We're still going in a circle. There is not much going on in the market. Stay 39. be careful with the ES. Your re-entry point is right there, 56.37. You do not have short. You should not allow to have your auto trade taken short. This is the re-entry. It's right there. Where's my crosser? You don't have a short. You should not allow any auto trade to take short at this moment. If you notice, we have the same position on the Nasdaq. We have the sell signal as well. You know, if we look here is your symmetry: buy, sell, buy, and then you have the signal long, and then you have the signal short. Also, you can use them manually, or you can use those information to take a profit on your charts as well. We have a new buy signal. This is not good news. We have a new buy signal on the 30-year Treasury bond. And when you have a buy signal on the 30-year Treasury bond, this is not a good news for your ES, because your ES goes the opposite direction. So this is not a good news if you are on a long trade and you are on a long trade, or you have a long position, or if you allow your auto trade maybe to take long, you have to be careful. This is not good. If the 30-year Treasury bond fired the signal long, you know, it's like the VIX. I don't know if you know what it is. So when you have the 30-year Treasury bond buy, that means there is a problem with the ES to go long. You have to be careful with it. And when you see the 30-year Treasury bond going parallel with the ES, that means one of them is wrong. There is something wrong in the market. It's not in sequence. You are in trouble already. So you have to be careful with the 30-year Treasury bond. If you have a position open, to consider taking a profit and call it off. And also you can open the chart for 30-year Treasury bond and see if the signal going to hold or not as well. But you can see the ES is just sitting, not moving that much. Let's see. The Nasdaq has extended the target. Let's see if it's gonna do it. Is the Nasdaq trade is going to the next fib level, and we put this one here. We put this one here with the Nasdaq, and we see what's going on. The CL finished at 4,400. On the swing trading, on the Nasdaq, we're doing fine on the Nasdaq, and ES as well. We're doing very fine on the ES. It is 4,650. So we are okay. And the scalper took another trade as well. This is the new scalper based on one contract. The Nasdaq, uh, on the auto trade with the Nasdaq, we were down 215. If you see, we were 200 plus, and now we are down. You have to see the good and the bad trades, and now we are 215 on that one here, and now we are 35 plus on the Nasdaq. So you have to see all of it. It's not an easy day today. This is your second sell signal coming from the fib on the Nasdaq. You see that? You know, and so what we said, even if the first one fell, the second one, and the Nasdaq already reversed the market for short, and now we are 270 again. We were 290 before, and now we are 270 again. You have a sell signal on the CL. We have a sell signal on the CL. You have to be careful. The Nasdaq took another short, and now we are 420, and he reversed the trade, and he's going up again. He reversed the trade from the long. So we were 290, we went back to minus 260, and now we are plus 420. If you notice the chart when we first started, we still 420. That trade didn't do any plus or minus, and now it's going short, but we still 420. If you notice from the beginning of the webinar, we had the ES here, we had fibs, and now you can see they're gone, because what it does, the market changed. So you get a new fib lines. Your fib lines is not like what you see on those cheap app. The fib stays there forever. There is nothing in the market forever. If you have a position in a trade, you will be, if the trade doesn't go your direction immediately and you're still hanging on that trade, if it stays over 30 seconds, you need to get rid of it as soon as possible. So there is nothing in the market forever. The market will change from 1 minute to another, from 1 second to another, and everything changed in seconds. So 1 minute you have everything going right to go long, and the second minute the whole momentum, the fundamental of this market has changed, and now there is only short. So as an example, now we are coming into this key here, and this is the key that if this market start dropping below that number here, there is no more long. And if the market here stay hanging on that trade and on that number, this mean is long. So things can change in seconds. So there is nothing what you see some kid having a couple lines on a chart trying to trade Bitcoin, and you think he's doing well. No, he's not doing well. He's showing you he's doing well, but he's not doing well. In the reality, he's probably having a diaper, wearing a diaper, because you cannot keep banging on the same line for 8 hours. You cannot make a living on a line. It's been sitting, not moving for 8 hours. This is wrong thinking. So as we see here, we are in the middle between long and short. Many things can change here. And as we see, the market analyzers start changing colors. The buyers are equal to the sellers, and the market came in 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bars, 4, 5, 6 bars came in to this line, and that line, it is your living line, this one here, because below that one here, all the bets to the long trades are finished. All the bets to long trades. And this one here, if you notice, he was moving and he stopped right there, and he is no longer following the market. He set on that number here. Before, it was moving. Here, he stopped. He halt moving with the market for a reason. And we had the sell indication. We have the reversal indication telling you I'm running out of steam. It's telling you I'm running out of steam. You want to take your money or you want to stay? On the Nasdaq now, we are at 490, and we are taking the Autotrader, not me, taking one more trade. Okay, we are 695. We are 695. I'll keep my eye on it. We are on 720 on the Autotrade. We are 720. 725. I mean, what a... You can see they all win in trade, but they are small trade. There is not much. So we still need one good movement in the market, and we are done with 1,000. We need a little push, and then we're done on it. If the market moves couple bars, we are done with that. The third round on that auto trade. There we go. We're done. We are done on this one. Very good. We just need little movement to finish that auto 1,000, and we did. It's done. It's finished. Doesn't matter. 975 is always like this. There is a $25 missing to hit the 1,000, and believe me or not, especially our traders, leave this $25 alone. Don't say, oh, I need to have 1,000. 975, run away, because I have seen it, especially on the NASDAQ. The last $25 can make more problem for you than anything else. I have seen it plenty times. The last $25 is trouble. Always the last $25, $50 trouble. Always, always. Because then you have one losing trade. And then when you have one losing trade, you want to go to the second trade to go back to the 1,000. And then the second trade can go wrong. And then here it is. You start fighting a battle again. So when you see your auto trade close to the 1,000, 950, 910, anything above 900, close the damn thing. Don't stay on the trade. I have seen it many times on that auto trade. The last $25, $50 sometimes can get you in trouble. You know, and now we are close. It's 11 o'clock. We're done for today. So let's finish this trade. Okay, we are 990. We are still missing the stupid $10 right there. And this last $10, you know, just leave it, you know. Consider tip to your broker, you know. Leave it. And this is it. Folks, that's all what we have for you today. We say thank you very much, and we wish you a pleasant lunch for today. Bye for now. Oh, there is a short trade. You know, this last $10, as I said, forget it. It's not going to help you. And it's not going to get you rich either. Thank you very much, and God bless you.